Hey friends, welcome back to Mortgage Minutes with Kat. And today we're talking about something that makes a lot of people nervous the moment they hear the word underwriting. If you've ever thought underwriters are sitting behind the desk trying to find reasons to kill your deal, I want to clear that up right now. Underwriters are not your enemy. They're not judging you. They're definitely not out to ruin your home ownership plans. Their job is actually very simple. They're there to verify information and manage risk. Nothing more, nothing less. Think of an underwriter as someone whose job is to confirm that what's on paper makes sense. It follows the guidelines and it tells a clear, logical story. Today, I'm breaking down exactly what underwriters are looking for and what they actually aren't looking for. First, let's talk about income. Underwriters care less about how much money you make and more about how stable and predictable that income is. They want to see consistency. If you're a W 2 employee, they're looking at pay stubs, twos, and employment history. If you're self employed, they're focused on tax returns and how income trends over time, not just one good year. Changing jobs doesn't automatically hurt you, especially if you stayed in the same line of work or increased your income. What raises questions is unexplained gaps, income that suddenly appears, or numbers that don't line up across documents. Stability and documentation matter more than perfection. Now, let's talk about assets, your money. Underwriters don't care that you saved money, they care where it came from and that it's sourced properly. They're verifying your down payment, your closing costs, and sometimes reserves. Large deposits will always be questioned. That doesn't mean you did something wrong. It just means they need clarity. What is a gift? Was it a transfer? A bonus? Once it's explained and documented, it's usually a non issue. One of the biggest tips I give buyers at this time, once you're under contract, keep your finances as still as possible. Don't move money around unnecessarily. Stillness creates peace in underwriting. Now let's talk about your credit. This surprises a lot of people, but underwriters are not looking for perfect credit. They're looking at patterns. They want to see that you generally pay your obligations on time and you manage your credit responsibly. They understand that life happens, divorce, medical issues, temporary setbacks. What they don't like is new credit activity during the loan process. Opening new accounts, financing new furniture, or adding new debt while under contract can cause delays and changes. Your credit report tells a story. Underwriters just want to make sure that the story shows stability moving forward. Next, let's talk about the property itself. Underwriters don't fall in love with homes, they analyze them. They're looking at appraisals, the condition of the property, and whether it meets safety and livability standards. They also review title work, if applicable, HOA documentation. This is why condos and unique properties often take longer. It's not personal. There's simply more details to review, more guidelines to satisfy. Finally, this is the part that no one really talks about. Underwriters are simply connecting the dots. They're looking at your income, your assets, your credit, and the property together, asking one key question. Does this all make sense as a complete picture? If something, doesn't line up, they'll ask for clarification. That's where letters of explanation comes in. These don't need to be emotional or over detailed. They just need to be honest, factual, and clear. When the story makes sense, the file moves. Here's the biggest takeaway I want you to remember. Underwriting is not personal, it's procedural. When you're prepared, transparent, and guided correctly, underwriting becomes a checkpoint, not a crisis. My job as a mortgage broker is to anticipate these questions before they even reach an underwriter. So your process can feel smooth and easy breezy. If you've been scared off by underwriting in the past, or you're thinking about buying or refinancing and don't know where to start, clarity is always better than anxiety. You can reach me at 786-253-0211 or KathleenBarreau@gmail.com, or you can simply message me here on this platform. I do one-on-one consultations via Zoom, and I'm always here and happy to help. Thank you guys, and thanks for joining another Mortgage Minutes with Kat.